The Ottawa applications firm GETIT Technologies had to return to its playbook last year when COVID-19 sidelined the in-seat food delivery app Stadiyum. But then this January, the company launched a new custom mobile ordering application called Getit Local. Getit Local aims to compete with big names like SkipTheDishes and Uber Eats by operating without charging restaurants the typical 30 to 35% ordering fees. Well, it's been 3 months since the launch, and interest in the app suggests that GETIT Technologies may have scored a winning play, not just here in Ottawa, but potentially in other markets as well. We'll explore the company's pandemic Hail Mary, whether the app can remain sustainable, and what's next for GETIT Technologies coming up on Techopia Live. Welcome to Techopia Live. I'm your host, Sherry Ask with the Ottawa Business Journal, and I am thrilled to have joining me today Ryan Hardy, the president and co-founder of GETIT Technologies and the Getit Local app. Ryan, welcome to Techopia Live.
Thank you for having me. So happy to be here with you today.
No problem. We're glad you're here. I think to start, we just need to back up a bit. Can you tell me a bit about how the app Getit Local came to be?
Absolutely. That's an interesting story. My business partner, Ben Lacroix, a great local entrepreneur from Ottawa here, started Stadiyum in September 2019. I was an advisor for that company all through its development and its beta, and it was getting ready to go to market with a couple of its clients in spring 2020. With the pandemic hitting, it really curbed Ben's whole business model. And from there, we really had to decide what Stadiyum was going to be going forward as an organization. Realistically, it turned into a phoenix from the ashes kind of story. We found a whole new opportunity for us as a company that led to bigger verticals, and also a way for us to help more SMBs and large enterprise businesses in the local economy as well. And for that starting point for us with this new idea, it led to 6 to 8 months of development and pivoting our company altogether to GETIT Technologies. And now we have this awesome new platform with Getit Local that is helping support local small businesses right now that are hurting the most when it comes to staying afloat and fighting through these trying times. And through that pivot, we really feel like we've set ourselves up for success to help communities all across Canada.
So you launched in January. It's been about 3 months. Can you tell us a bit about what the pickup has been like?
Yeah, very much so. So we've had great traction out of the gate for a new platform that had never been heard of. For Getit Local, we launched originally with about 35 restaurants. We did a pilot subsidy project through DMS Labs, which is Digital Main Street, in partner with the Byward Market BIA. They've been fantastic, and also with Invest Ottawa. So we're very thankful for all the great support systems that we have in this awesome city in regards to helping small businesses. And by bringing those partners together and them helping us get afloat in regards to our beta and launching with some awesome pilot partners, we had initial traction with 35 businesses in the market in the BIA. And from there, we've sprouted into more and more traction with new clients. We are now up over 100 signed clients, and we have over 50 active businesses on the platform. And we're currently getting the rest of them going right now in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll be caught up there by April. We also have an expansion coming into the Ottawa West region in the next 3 weeks in mid-April as well. So we're really trying to capture the whole city as fast as possible. But some great touch points for us that are kind of milestones, if you will, in our first 30 to 60 days. We helped our first 30 businesses save approximately $10,000 in back-end fees that they traditionally would have had to pay with their transactional models with their other third-party vendors that they use. So for us, that $10,000 savings for only 30 clients, is we can compound that across the community. We see that being fantastic in regards to what we can do for small business. We doubled those numbers again in regards to repeating them, and we did a little over $10,000 in savings for our next 30 days. And realistically for us, that's been steadily growing month on month as we get ready for our push to be citywide by summertime. So that's been going well, and the community's been great in regards to working with us, giving us feedback on the app, and we have a really big update coming soon to fix a lot of the first initial growing pains that people would see in a technology platform that's brand new. So we're really excited to see the improved user experience and user interface that we have rolling out in a couple of weeks. But so far, the traction on all fronts, from the technology, the community, and the businesses that we're getting to work with, has been fantastic all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, wow, you covered a lot there. I'm going to get into some of the numbers in a moment, but I wanted to ask as well, what has the pickup been like from a user perspective? Have you had feedback from individuals ordering using the app in addition to the business side of things?
Absolutely. We had a great initial push. In our first 30 days, we onboarded about 12,000 users, which is a lot in regards to a brand new platform. Currently for us, we have been compounding user growth week on week, and we really feel that we're going to capture the city very well by summertime. User growth for us has been fantastic. Feedback has been fantastic. We've taken all of our feedback for change and implemented that with our current development team, and we're really working on getting it up to par for the city of Ottawa in regards to what our consumers want to see from the type of businesses that they're shopping at.
Okay. And you mentioned, obviously, that one of your milestones was just the savings that this had allowed businesses who are using the app. And you mentioned the funding. You had, I think it was $25,000 off the top in funding. Yeah. What did that allow you to do specifically?
Yeah, for us, getting a $25,000 grant through FedDev, IO, and through DMS Labs really set us up to curb a lot of the initial pain points of cash issues that a startup would have. That really allowed us to offer a substantial subsidy program to these businesses. Without that funding, we would have probably only been able to do about a month of free technology, as a standard company kind of would, to do a trial, just to give you a taste of what's to come. By getting that supplementary help from the government and through these awesome channels and resource innovation centers like IO, we really found that it helped us double to triple the subsidy that we could offer businesses. So we offered a standard 3-month subsidy to the first 50 businesses on our platform through the BIA. And then GETIT, because of getting that subsidy, we had a little bit more runway on our side with our plans. And then that allowed us to offer another 50 business subsidy for 3 months to another 50 businesses. So realistically for us, we're making great traction with our first 100 clients. And for them, it's no charge on the platform, and they're seeing nothing but savings as they try and control their margins in these most important times that they've ever seen as business owners.
Okay. Yeah. And you mentioned the 3-month sort of time period on that funding. That's part of the reason I did want to bring it up. What happens when that funding is gone? Obviously, it's brought you a huge amount of growth on the platform, but is this sustainable when it's gone? And the reason I ask that is because obviously if, Uber Eats and SkipTheDishes didn't have to charge restaurants or businesses that 30% fee, you'd think they would get rid of it. So if you're not charging restaurants and businesses that fee, how are you staying sustainable?
Great question. Yeah, absolutely. So for us, my business partner, Ben, and I, as we created this awesome new model in regards to GETIT and what it's trying to do for the community, we were tired of watching companies that have come before us do the exact same model. It's really repetition and repeat and just the same old. Everyone's trying to play the same game and undercut each other. Ben and I really had a plan to shift the landscape and market of tech delivery, if you will. And we've come up with a SaaS volume model. And when I say that, it's software as a service, so monthly fees for local businesses, so they can track it as more of a business expense for their business. As well, a volume model is tied into that, where as they do more volume on our platform, it actually gets cheaper per delivery as you cross the thresholds. We have 4 tiers of pricing that range anywhere from $99 for pickup only, all the way up to $500 for a few hundred deliveries. And when you break down that cost per delivery or per transaction, it is incrementally a better pricing model and structure for the business owner as they move their consumers over to it, therefore being a more sustainable platform, not only for us, but for the business itself as we grow together as partners.
So am I understanding this correctly that there is a fee for businesses, but the more business that they do on the app, the cheaper that fee becomes? Very
much so. We can get it down to a couple dollars per transaction or package as they reach full volume on our platform. When you look at a transactional model that's charging 30% on the back end, Well, if that average chip price for a restaurant like that is $10 to $20, we're looking at a cost for delivery for that business of anywhere from $3 to $6 realistically, if it's around the 25 to 30% margin. And in our business model, when you work into that, we can get it down to as low as $1 to $2.50 per transaction. So at that, you're really looking at an improved margin that the business owner is keeping in their pocket. And when you scale and compound that, it really is allowing them to protect their margins going forward, which no model currently allows them to do. It being transactional really just is a disadvantage to them, no matter what the price point is or what the average chit is.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. I mean, I'm sure businesses would rather there be no fee at all, but
Agreed.
I think they'd understand there has to be.
We're trying to find a happy medium. Yeah, you nailed it. We're trying to find the happy medium, and that's exactly our plan. We want to create a sustainable model that really rebalances the scales for all parties involved. There's more than enough piece of the pie to go around for both the consumer paying a fair price, the business paying a fair price, and the technology company only taking a fair percentage of that fee as an ethical and transparent business. And that's really what we're trying to do here.
And there is no onus on the business. And when I say onus, I just mean, is there any tech requirements on their end or anything that if I am a restaurant owner that I have to do or have to be compatible with your system?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's the other cool thing about our platform is we are being a cloud-based technology company. We wanted to keep our costs as low as possible. We don't want you to have to buy a tablet from us. Most of these businesses are already bogged down with the hardware costs and tools they have from other companies that they work with. We really wanted to create a platform that could work in and around your current technology. So the cool thing about our platform is it can plug into any web browser, any tablet you currently have. It is a mobile technology which can transfer to a computer web browser for the management dashboard. It can transfer to a mobile device or a tablet. We really can hit any type of device that's already currently in the restaurant. And we've found with about 98% of our clients that that's currently the case. And we also have channels to help them set up if they don't have the technology or hardware themselves as well. So it's been going really well and helping them keep their costs down right out of the gate for us.
Yeah, and I imagine that would make a big difference for businesses as well. Ryan, who are your competitors? Besides Uber Eats and SkipTheDishes?
Well, the cool thing is, this is where I get to fancy say, or get to say in a quirky way, we don't think we have any in regards to a company that's doing what we do. We're the first of our kind in regards to that. But in regards to competitors in the landscape that we were keeping an eye on, you look at Uber, SkipTheDishes, DoorDash, Ritual. These are competitors that have made a great shift in the last few years in regards to scaling this technology. And they've done a lot of great things for the digital world in regards to showing us what convenience can be. When we look at technology companies that pave the way like this for new industries and new types of technology to be rolled out to consumers, to the community, to cities, it's fantastic. This is human evolution and technological evolution working together. For us, though, we just want to make sure that it's a fair price point. And that's why we're really trying to shift the game in regards to the model that they do versus the model that we do. So in regards to competitors, we're a little different, but there are a few companies that we definitely keep our eye on and we're trying to learn from things that they may have done just a little too fast in the past. And we're trying to take our time and do it properly so that we can pass those savings on to our clients.
I do want to clarify, I think there are a few local companies that do deliveries in the local area. Is the difference for you guys that they don't have a mobile application? Because there are local companies that I know you can go online and they will deliver in the area same day, or they're working to do that. I've seen some of those out there.
Yeah, very much so. There's some great local companies that are doing that when you get in a Go4, Trek City, Go For It that do fleet and commercial deliveries. We are not a fleet delivery company. We are a technology company that partners up with a driving partner. We help save our costs by bringing in an outsourced local driving company to help us because they've cracked the code on last mile delivery and we've cracked the code on our technological model. So by putting two lean businesses together that think properly within their own lanes, we've really been able to create proper buckets of where we can minimize costs for business owners without sacrificing service or quality. And that's really helped us put this model forth that is a lean and agile model to grow and scale with, while still providing the best quality service for the lowest price for us. So with these local companies that do one or two things similar to what we do, not having a mobile app, not catering to food and beverage restaurants yet, which is a tough one. So for us, we really feel like we bridge that gap between delivery technology and then meeting restaurants who really don't have a lot of options in regards to different styles, different pricing models, and different types of competitors and vendors that they can use to get that last mile delivery done.
So it may be, it may be more accurate, I guess, to say you don't have any local competitors yet. And
Yes.
I wonder if part of that is because you had done so much legwork with Stadiyum. How much would you say did that project sort of facilitate being able to hit the ground running and get It Local launched quickly?
That's a great question, and I'm sure my tech team would laugh at me when I say this answer because they would rather be answering it. Realistically, we could transfer about 60 to 70% of our technology was really relevant to what we're doing now when we pivoted. So for us, we really did have to go all the way back down into the architecture of the app from the foundation and rebuild it to handle a citywide model versus a stadium model. There are a lot of similarities in that code in regards to how it's being built. However, the scale and the scalability of it were one thing that we had to go back and spend a lot of time and thought on. So for us, in the 6 to 9 months that we worked on it, in which we're still rolling out our next big update for April, as I mentioned, changing that 30 to 40% of the technology for us was, tremendous pain points over the last few years, because we also didn't have a finalized direction on how we wanted to scale this and what our model was. And that's the glory of pivoting a company. It's exciting, it's thrilling. We see what we can work with and what we have. But we really did have to deconstruct it almost to half in regards to what we had to change to make it feasible for us to scale it to the whole city of Ottawa. And we think we've done a good job, and we're excited to show that to Ottawa over the coming months as we really get our legs underneath us.
Yeah, no, I asked that because it's an interesting story how you ended up bringing Getit Local to market. And I wanted to take a minute because one of the resources that many local tech firms are turning to is the University of Ottawa's Faculty of Engineering, which is one of the supporters of Techopia Live. And there's an opportunity for local companies to solve technical challenges through research partnerships at the University of Ottawa. The faculty's researchers are focused on applying their expertise to tackle real-world problems and are keen to work with businesses to bring these solutions to market. So these collaborations can unlock funding opportunities as well as lead to grants for hiring PhD students. Companies can also access labs, specific equipment, and gain access to world-leading researchers. And you can learn more about the opportunities available to local firms at engineering.uottawa.ca. Ryan, I guess coming back to our conversation, you've talked a bit about the coming expansion, but what is the long-term goal for GETIT Technologies? And does Stadiyum still play into this at all?
Yeah, a great question. I'll try to answer it as concise as I can. Our plans are to go as big as we can after taking care of our own city and our own backyard. Conquering Ottawa in regards to helping every business that we can is our first goal. We have our eyes set on that. Realistically, we think we're going to have a good handle on helping the amount of businesses we want to help, which is 200 to 300 by early summer. That's a very good goal that we're working actively towards as a company here. For us from there, we have our sights set on further cities across Canada. We would like to get across Canada as fast as possible. My business partner, Ben, and I, and our awesome team here at Getit are really pushing the envelope in regards to our scaling and providing great service so that we can get to other cities like Winnipeg, Calgary, a couple in BC, and then eventually towards mega markets for us, which would be your Toronto, Vancouver. We are very much so going to try to work across Canada in mid-sized metropolitan markets. Ottawa is a perfect testing ground for us because we have an awesome city here with many levels of government. So our philosophy is if we can do well in Ottawa, we really think we can drop a couple other great markets to help other small businesses across Canada as well. So for us, it's eyes on Ottawa right now, but in the near future, in the next year or so, you will see us setting our sights on being a national company. And we really think that we're set up for the success to do that and execute in the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay, well, we will be watching. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate hearing about Getit Local, and all the best with the app.
Thank you, Sherry. I really appreciate you having us here. We appreciate what Techopia is doing, OBJ. It's fantastic working with all of you in this great community, and we look forward to seeing what we can do together to help support local, and I'm sure we'll chat with you again.
Absolutely. Before we go, I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, without whom this show would not be possible. They are Number Crunch, offering virtualized CFO services for SaaS companies. Hurley Robertson, Hill & McDougall, a leader in business and tech law. TD Bank, with specialized programs for tech firms. the University of Ottawa Faculty of Engineering, creating the next generation of technical talent, and Stratford Managers, providing services to help you scale your tech venture. Techopia is not just a great show. We are also online with new articles daily at obj.ca/Techopia. If you are on Facebook or Twitter, you can follow us. Our handle is @TechOpiaOTT. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the like button, or you can leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back soon with another episode of Techopia Live.